Hello, Mookies! Yes, 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 yes. I'm back. I made it back. I didn't go anywhere. I was just sick. This isn't like an episode of The Walking Dead or anything crazy like that. This mess right here is me trying to get over whatever is going on with me. So, I have to. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I'm centered. So, how are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing really, really well. I have been in bed, literally like unable to do anything. Like I'd come down and make dinner, but that was it. I didn't come downstairs in my house at all. Like for is it 3 or 4 days? 3 days. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I've been so sick. I hope whatever this is that's going around that none of you have it, because it is terrible. My mom is sick. It's just, it's bad. Okay, so today we are eating, what the heck is wrong with me? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen sunlight in a while, and oh my God, I missed you guys. We're eating fettuccine Alfredo. So, and I've added chicken. And I have garlic cheese toast that I made on pieces of Texas toast. So, we have some catching up to do. I missed you guys. Please excuse my drag behind a bus appearance, my oh my God, you look like you're dead appearance, or girl, what's wrong with you appearance. Yeah, I barely got my eyebrows on, put a little mascara. I'm dead. I look dead. I'm dead. This is it. This is me stripped down. This is it. I'm so sorry. Okay, but I'm hungry, and I'm sure you guys want me to hurry up and get eating already. So, first and foremost, before I forget, okay, so. And I made this. This isn't takeout or anything like that. I made this. I had to niche it. I'm so sorry it looks so raggedy today, you guys. I've really been so sick. So sick. This is the first day that I have had any energy at all. I could not get out of the bed. I took a shower. I got right back into bed. That was it. That was my whole day. My son was like bringing me coffee and bringing me pastries or whatever. Try to, put something in my stomach because I couldn't, I just had no appetite. I did want my coffee. But I didn't even drink a full cup. It would be like a half a cup. I needed my caffeine. I'm one of those people that absolutely has to have a coffee in the morning. And even though I wasn't feeling good, I got down half a cup. So, it's been bad, you guys. Whew, I hope you don't get it. I pray you don't get this. It was just, I was so sick to my stomach and... So, you know the video that I did, the rotisserie chicken. Excuse me. Being a little piggy here. Well, when I did the rotisserie chicken, I purchased that from Walmart. So I'm walking in, you know, doing my own thing, grab the cart, and I walk to the door. And you know where they have the little pop-up thing with the wipes, the little sanitary wipes where you can wipe down the cart and wipe your hands. They were out of those wipes. And I was like, you know, I'm not like alarmed by it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't shop here. They don't have the wipes. I always use the wipes, but they didn't have the wipes. So it's not like I was going to be looking for a manager like, hey, I need these wipes. I'm a crazy person. So, there's a point to this story, I promise. Hold on a second. I came home, got everything ready. I shot the video. You know, I was tired. I was like, gosh, why is my eye itching so much? It's really bothering me. Let me go upstairs and get this makeup off because, like I said before, I don't wear makeup all the time. I only, you know, I put on makeup for you guys, or if I have a, you know, a meeting or something to go to for my real estate company or just something like that. Nobody sees me for my hair company really because it's all like online. So, yeah, I don't really get fancy. So, the sauce came out so good. You ladies want to get your groove back? Make a good sauce. You need a man. Just a good sauce. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, so, you know, my eye is like, what's going on here? I'm like, oh. I go take off my makeup. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, my eye's like bloodshot red. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is it all jacked up like this? Maybe I rubbed it too much when I pulled my lashes off. Maybe just something was wrong. So I was just like, you know, oh my God, you know, what's going on in my eye? So I thought my eye was just irritated. I wasn't thinking anything, you know, drastic, anything crazy. I was just like, oh, my eye's irritated. You know, when I do all my makeup, I put on lashes, I do all the whole 9 yards, all the eyeshadow, all the girly, cute, pretty stuff. And so I thought that was the problem. Next morning, I wake up. I cannot open this eye. It's like shut. It's swollen. It's swollen. It's shut. It's like glued shut with gook. And I'm all jacked up. So I'm freaking out because I don't want to rip out my lashes. I'm trying to put warm water, like a washcloth with warm water on my eye, and I'm trying to like pull everything off my eye so I can open my eye. Open my eye. It's over. I'm done. I have pink eye. The one time I don't use the wipes at Walmart, I know that's where I got that pink eye. There's nowhere else I could have got that pink eye. Damn you, Walmart. So yeah, So it started out with pink eye. And I'm like, great. How am I going to film with pink eye? So, that kicked off the next, 2 days. But the second day, that night, that's when I started feeling sick. And that's when I got really, really, really sick. And I'm like, what is going on? And I was just sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. Dog. Like doggity dog. I was so sick. And it was just, I couldn't get out of bed. My son was playing doctor. So I couldn't get out of bed. My son was playing doctor. It was terrible. It was just so bad. Thank God he's here with me, because I would have been like, I don't know, what is that? I would have been crying for my mama. It was that bad. It was really that bad. And I'm not a baby. When something happens to me, I'm not a baby. I'm a pretty tough cookie, So for me to be laid out in bed like that, it was like, oh God, it was bad. Plus my eye was jacked up. So I had to go get something from my eye. I had to go take care of that, so I'd leave the house for that. Woo! Then, I shot the video on how I make my rice. And, because I wanted to be able to, upload something. And that upload didn't go right. Something happened to the internet. It went down. Just love Xfinity. That's just great. The internet went down. And so messed up my upload. So my upload was a day late. So I have a lot of catching up to do, because normally I film a couple videos ahead so I'm not rushing, but now I have to catch up because I have no videos banked at all. My cheese toast is like, there's so much stuff on here. It's so good. I love it. You hear my grandson yelling help? He likes to do that. When he's in his car seat, we're driving, maybe trying to pick up something through a drive-through or something, he's yelling help. And people are looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, I'm so pale. It's terrible. And I have dark circles under my eye. I got my nerve to film like this. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. It's me. Look at the mess. I took some notes of what I want to talk about today, and I'm already off track. All professional, look. Typed them up on my computer and everything. Now let's see if I can see them, because I'm blind as a bat. When it comes to reading small print, I can see everything else. But for some reason, I learned from my eye doctor that once you hit 40, that your eyes just start going bad. Not when the assistant came in and she told me that, I thought this little girl don't know what the hell she's talking about. What the hell is she talking about? I'm sorry, you know. HE double hockey sticks. What is she talking about? And yeah, I'm looking at her like she's crazy. And here comes the doctor, and he said, yeah, after you hit 40, things start changing with your eyes. I'm like, I can see everything else. I have 20/20 vision still. And he confirmed that I have 20/20 vision. But when it comes to me reading something, like ingredients, when you're trying to cook something, forget it. I can't see it. I have to have glasses down here. I have glasses in the kitchen. I have glasses in my office. I have glasses in my room. So they're all over. I have all those spots all over the house to make sure I can see. But for some reason, I have no glasses right now with me. And I need to read this. No, not word for word, but I just remind myself what the heck I was supposed to talk about today. I did want to do a story time with you today, though, so we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, is there anything that you may want to see me eat? Or anything you would like to see me cook? Because I'm going to start incorporating my cooking videos. I'm going to try and do at least one a week. I'm going to see how that works. Because it's kind of a pain in the butt to set up everything when you're cooking. I just want to get in there and cook and have my music on. I cook with music. So I can't do that if I'm filming. Unless I do. And maybe I can figure it out. Anyways, yeah, I like to cook with the music on. We clean the house with the music on. We're like that. We need to move and groove and shake our tushes when we're doing our work. And because I'm Italian, this is why I'm always doing this, and I'm sorry. So, yeah, if you guys would like to see me cook something or eat something not too strange, I'm not one I'm not going to sit up here and eat crickets or something. I don't know, my sister's already discussed that with me, trying to ask if I'm going to eat something weird, and my brother's asking me, yeah, if I'm going to eat disgusting things, and my sister might, not me. She's much more adventurous than I am when it comes to food. You know, because I cook a lot of Italian food. I cook a lot of Mexican food. And I cook soul food, but soul food is not really something we eat on a weekly basis. That's like special occasion food for us. Like we always have soul food dishes for, you know, Easter, Thanksgiving, and for Christmas. Basically, we carry on the recipes that my mom and dad made us when we were growing up. So we continue with those dishes. And it's like the majority of it is soul food. Okay, so my story time. Now I'm gonna just put a little disclaimer out there. This story, I'll be very careful with my words, okay? But this is something that happened to me. It's not too bad. I don't want you to be scared and like, oh my God, grab the kids, run away from the TV. What is she gonna say? But I'm going to be talking about my my lady lumps. So if you don't want your kids in the room to hear that, I mean, I'm not going to be all crazy and say crazy stuff, but yeah, I just want to put that out there because I don't want to have anyone, you know, have your little ones in there and you're like, oh God, that subject matter, you know, I didn't want my kids to hear that. So I'd like to put that out there. Anyways, so back, way back, this is probably like 20 years ago. Um, I was asleep on the couch and I was sleeping face down on my stomach. And CJ, my son, he's about 6 or 7 years old. And my cousin was there. And I fell asleep on the couch in the living room. And she was hanging out watching TV. And she put a cup of noodles in the microwave for my son. And when the little bell went off, my son decided he was going to run over to the microwave and get those noodles out. So he was supposed to tell her when they were ready or not get them out. He knew he shouldn't go get them out. But he decided to do that anyways. So I think she was in the restroom or something. She was in the room or in the restroom. Something happened where she wasn't in the living room. And it was my kitchen. This is before I had anything. This was like, it wasn't my first place. Maybe it was like my second or third. And it was just a little 1-bedroom duplex. So it was just the kitchen, dining room, living room, then the bedroom and the bathroom. So it was just a little box. Good Lord. So my son goes and gets those cup of noodles out of the microwave. And he's walking with them. But the styrofoam, I'm not sure if something may have spilled out a little bit on and hit his hand, or the styrofoam was just too hot. So he's carrying his little cup of noodles, minding his own little business, walking with those cup of noodles, probably so proud of himself that, yeah, my mama's asleep. I'm breaking the rules. I'm getting these cup of noodles out. So brings these cup of noodles out to the living room, passes the dining area. He's really rogue. He's about to eat in the living room, whole 9 yards. So here he comes, and something must have burned him. Something got him. And he was like, ow, ow, you know, like it's burning. And I'm knocked out, and I'm thinking I'm hearing something. And I mean, I'm like, am I dreaming? What's going on? And before I can get up, open my eyes and get up, he's right next to me on the couch, and he drops them. It's burned he had nothing on his hands, like no marks or no blisters, no nothing like that, but it was too hot for him to hold, and he dropped it. Couldn't hold it any longer. He dropped it. And the cup of noodles, here's the edge. Here's the edge of the couch. The cup of noodles dropped down. The tip of that cup of noodles hit that couch, dumped out onto the couch, and all the liquid came and went all into my breast area. I jumped up off the couch and I'm screaming like, I mean, this is how I woke up. Like this hot boiling water was just poured down, like it hit the couch, but it just poured right into my breast. I jump up and I'm like, ah! So my son's screaming like, ah! You know, he's all freaked out. And I run to the bathroom and I'm trying to look down my shirt. I'm like, what is going on? I'm looking at the floor and I see it's cup of noodles everywhere. I'm freaking out. I run to the bathroom and I just jump in the shower. I'm like, with all my clothes on, I jump in the shower. I'm freaked out, like, oh my God. And I put on the cold water. It is so hot. I can't explain to you how hot that was, like on my skin. It was, oh my God. I mean, one breath saw the devil. Let me just put it that way. It was dancing over there with him. It was bad. It was hot. It was really hot. It was like, how do you do? Hey! It was hot. So the water is like on me and I'm trying to get my clothes off and my cousin busts in the bathroom. She's like, what happened? What's going on? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm burning. So she's trying to help me get my shirt off. I get my shirt off and I take off okay, wait a minute. If anyone gets a little queasy, you stop the video and like fast forward it a couple of, seconds. This one little part I'll just say really quick. But so I pull off my undergarment and I look down and my skin is inside my bra. And I almost pass out. I'm screaming. The water's hitting me there. It's not helping. I still feel like I'm burning, but there's nothing left on me. Everything's been rinsed away. I'm burning and I'm screaming. It hurt so bad I didn't even cry. I was past crying. It was over. Sorry, I'm itchy. Yeah, it was bad. So my little cousin at the time, I think she was maybe, I don't know, 14, maybe 15. I think probably more like 14. And she's freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, we have to go to the hospital. She was like, should we call 911? And I was like, I don't want to wait for the ambulance. I have to go now. So my dad gave me a Cadillac. And she, like I said, she was like 14, maybe 15. And I was in no condition to drive. So we threw my son in the car. I jumped in the car. Before I did, I got like a towel and I soaked it in cold water, and I soaked a t-shirt in cold water and I put that on, but I was holding myself under my shirt like this so it wouldn't hit my skin. It was so cold. I mean, it was still burning. But my skin felt like it was still on fire. So we all jump in the car. My mom lives about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, about 10 minutes from me. Jump in the car and we take my son to my mom's because I didn't want to take him to the emergency room. He was so freaked out already and feeling bad, and I needed to leave him at my mom's house, and my brothers were there, and they were like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is like I have to go, I have to go." They didn't even know that Sarah was driving me. We just took off, and I could have asked one of them to drive me. I don't know why I did. I wasn't thinking. So I think this was one of the first times Sarah ever drove a car. And she was like speeding through the streets trying to get me to the hospital, and she really got me there. We didn't get pulled over. She didn't kill anybody. She didn't run anybody down. Thank God that he was like sitting in the car with us, because we made it to the hospital, and nobody got hurt. So, I get to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, though, I didn't mean to. It's not like I was being some kind of freak, but it hurt so bad, and I needed that cold air. In my head, I was thinking that cold air was going to help me, which, I could have got myself really sick and got an infection, but I was almost, not quite, but almost like flashing people, because I was holding my shirt up with the window down of the car so the air could come in and hit my area. So I'm like, oh my God, and I'm fanning like my shirt, my t-shirt, so that the air will come in under my shirt and like hit that area, because I just needed it to cool down. Look, I'm like flailing. I'm sorry. So we get to the hospital, and we run up to the like information desk, like, in the emergency room. You have to go tell them what's wrong, but before they'll send you to triage or whatever. And they like rushed me to the back, and then they took me to the burn ward and fixed me all up. And I had to go back to the burn ward in the hospital. They let me go home, but I had to go back every single day for, was it 7 days, 10 days, something like that, every single day, because they changed my dressing, and they would like pull off my skin. Oh, it was so bad. But I don't know what they did or why I'm not horribly scarred. I have like a mark that kind of looks like a birthmark. When you just have a little bit of discoloration, like a birthmark will be just slightly a different color than your skin. It's not even much darker. The texture of my skin isn't different in that area or anything. And it just healed so well. I was so very lucky. And yeah, so my son melted my skin. It was bad. It was so bad. I was so freaked out. That was the worst way in the world to wake up. Wake up burning. I woke up burning. Like, it wasn't fire, but that water, it was hot enough, like, to be fire. It was terrible. So yeah, that's my story time. Hmm. Hmm. I've talked you to death. As usual. You notice I didn't eat any of my chicken? I had eaten a little bit with the kids when we had dinner. So that's why I have not finished my food right now. I was still hungry. I just ate a little bit, but I ate enough where I feel very full now, and I'm not going to force myself to eat past me feeling full. Also, I know you see my beat up nails. I missed 2 nail appointments by being busy. Then I got sick. So my nails are holding on for dear life. And I will probably be begging to get in tomorrow or the next day because I feel better now. I need to get them taken care of. Probably going to do something like a Halloween theme. But yeah, don't leave me a comment about my beat up nails and how bad I need to feel. I already know. I'm feeling it. Believe me. So that's about it. I think we can wrap this one up. Until the next time. Thank you so very much. Please, please, please be good to one another. I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Share this video. You are awesome. I'm so glad to be back and out of bed. And I'm signing off. I love you guys.